what his problem was tonight, but it took a minute and it's giving me a weird screen tonight. Wow. Kind of like this. Okay. Half the screen is live, but and the other half now is made for video. I kind of like this. It says we're waiting for guests. Wow. Yeah, I kind of like this. Hmm. Got play. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Oh man. I guess the hey Michelle, how you doing? Hey John, how y'all doing? Well, thank you. Wow. People joining in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, it's kind of like Facebook. It says I got one up there, but down here it said there was two or three people that um, came in or said something. I don't know. Maybe you're all on Facebook because I hit a thing that said share it on Facebook. So I don't know if it's on Facebook or what. I guess it could be also. I don't know. Um, do I still have this phone on Wi-Fi? Maybe. Let me check it out. That would be something if I could be on both. But now it says there's three over here, so I doubt it's that. Um, oh wow. Oh, it did share it on there. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't know anything about that. Um, Now it's telling me I got to rotate the device, so I have to have mine like this. Hey, that's cool that it says that I'm live. I like that. I like that. Um, oh, it was probably the thing that I was live on YouTube because it said it didn't post it. Anyhow, how the heck are you people? Um, I never did. Of course, she accuses me of it and all, and I don't care. I've been accused of a lot of things, but I'm going to just call her Karen. I know in the beginning I called her the C word and I really felt bad about that and I apologized about that, which I shouldn't have to. I don't have to apologize to trolls and stuff, but I did. I just it made me feel bad about it. But back in my day, thank you, Stephen. Back in my day, if somebody was like that, we would call them a lion ass cunt. Had nothing to do with sexual men, women, or nothing. Just like wussies, that ain't a pussy or whatever, you know. Um, so that's the only reason I use the word deceit. Now, if she had any inkling to be a human, she would tell us her name. Okay. She could have even made one up for that matter. You know what I mean? But oh no, no, no. So I mean, you can call her what you want, but listen to the videos and what she calls me. MF for this and this and this and talking about Frankie and Steve. Oh my God, I was laughing my ass off. She said that she knows that I've seen these videos. Well, that's a lie and a half right there. I listened to a couple words in the beginning and said, "Yep, them trolls," and for me to listen to it, I record them. That way, if they take them down, they move them or anything like that, I've got them on mine. I've got them downloaded. They're mine now. They can't pull a Walmart and say I didn't bring the tapes. I got the tapes. See, Mama raised no fools. Daddy raised my brother. But I've caught her in a lying lie. Now, and one of them, the one she did yesterday or today, whichever, one of the latest ones she did, she explains how I am not on retirement, that I am on SSI. And it just don't make no damn sense. She also claims in the video that she works for the state at a disability services. Huh. That's going to be interesting to find out. I'm going to show her picture to everybody I can by that state capitol. Still have a $50 reward to anybody that can identify this lady. And, she want to say I'm disgraceful and this, that, and the other. I mean, my God, she needs to look in the mirror. Someone asked her to get into this. She's going to come and be one of them people that, bring you a plate of food, whatever, act like they love what you're doing, act like they know you, they've been following. She's mentioned lots of things, but all she's got to do is go down my timeline like she did my public records. So when she says she's been following me all this time, I think she's full of shit. But yeah, we're going to refer to her as Karen. Now that I've seen the videos, that's the perfect name for her, is a Karen. And she's one of them leftist Karens. You see it in her character. She wants to bring blame and fault and say how bad I look and all this and how I'm disgracing the mission and whatnot. What's her dumbass think she's doing by coming on here and not going to Messenger and saying, yo, man, you shouldn't let it on, this, that, and the other. See, that's what Karens are, just like her, and they got to try and write off your coattail. And of course, she had to mention that I put down the ones that don't support my petition and stuff. Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. They send me their petitions. They want me to sign and share their petitions. Now, if they don't share mine or sign mine, why wouldn't I say that they don't share them or put them down? That don't make me a bad person or nothing else. It actually makes me a better person than them because I share their stuff. They just don't share mine. But if I point it out, oh my God, I'm a terrorist, I'm this, that, and the other, you ought to hear this idiot in some of her stuff. Wow. Karen all the way. All the way, Karen. And she's saying how I think that I'm entitled, this, that. I've never said that at all. And she talks about how everybody, yes, people chip in money. They do. But most of the money comes from what? Same as if I was standing on a corner talking to someone. Okay. Yes, people help me when I say, hey, I need to fix this or get that and the other. But you go look over this whole 10-year journey, and there's very, very, very few times that has happened. They can claim all they want. Oh, definitely. All of them are kin to Biden. Them grandchildren them children he never claimed. Yeah, definitely them. But who started this whole thing? Who financed this thing in the beginning? Moi, me, with a motorhome and $5,000 cash from selling stuff of mine to hit the road. Who stopped every year and worked their ass off for a month or two to make sure we had gas in here? They don't tell you about the showers and shitters and shit I scrubbed 39 days straight without a day off in Fairburn, South Dakota. No, they don't mention that. No, I'm lazy. I don't work. And I get SSI because, I only get a little bit because I only work. Plain bullshit. Plain bullshit. Oh, I know. I mean, I got the check stub. You know damn well I saved that check stub to work 39 days straight without taking a day off. Yeah. And I saved that check stub just in case someday come up and some idiot wanted to say something. Bud's Creek, there's video every year of me going there and digging the pond, working the races. But you think he let me do that for free? Hell no, he paid me good. Every penny went into the mission. Even the $3,000 I made that Scooter's wife and Bill Evans ruined when they canceled my concert for the homeless. See, they don't talk nothing about that shit. She talks about they pick and choose. Oh God. And they're Democrats because they're doing this. They're pointing 3 at her while she's pointing 1 at me. She says I cut and edit the videos and stuff. No, I don't. Show me when I cut and edit and take down videos. Now, if I'm wrong about something, I tell y'all and apologize. I might have to make a different video or or correct something that was wrong. But other than that, I put them out. I don't care. I've had people tell me I'm shouldn't and this, that, and the other, but that's just what I do. But these idiots cut them and only put out bad parts and stuff. And even the Bongfather admits that. Oh yeah, muck them, but you know what I mean. They want to put this all over YouTube now, and it's just like. And when I made that, I didn't say I wasn't going to show up tomorrow. Her last video, I said I don't think none of them will show up. And from what she said in her message, she wasn't going to be there, but don't be surprised that a lawyer wasn't going to be there. That's what she said in her own damn video. So that's why I made the post that I didn't think she's going to show up. And I don't think she's going to show up. If she does, it's going to be hell finding her name and stuff. She may turn around and throw her bullshit paper on the table and stomp away or something. I want her to be a human being. Don't be Karen. Tell us your name. Better yet, walk over to the courthouse. I'll pay the filing fee. I will pay the filing fee. She thinks I slandered her. Get your ass in the court, because I know you slandered me. I want you in court. But we'll see. We will see. Tomorrow's tomorrow. So make sure you hang around, and my lives will be on YouTube. Probably. Probably YouTube. Because it's a heck of a lot easier to share the YouTube to Facebook afterwards than to try and download and share to Facebook. That's a real bummer. As you see, I'm watching her video and I can't help it. While I'm recording it, I got to say things back. So on the first one, I didn't. But the second, third, fourth, and maybe fifth, whichever, however many they are, oh, yeah. I definitely will commentate on them and tell you my opinion. But I got a real kick when she was talking about Frankie and Steve and whatnot. Here's somebody doing what she's accusing me of doing. Coming on a page that's supposed to be about legalization and whatnot. And going on YouTube and making videos like that, talking it down and everything, and picking on my friends and stuff. Excuse me, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Hey, somebody make a comment. What do we need to talk about, people? Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns? I'll be sharing Karen's videos all night. They always say I block them, the Bongfather and shit. I ain't blocked none of them. I leave them unblocked. She says that I'm a lowlife for asking people to go to their pages and send me information, or I ask people to go and report their videos and stuff. Well, if that makes me a lowlife, hell yeah, I'm a lowlife. I expect my friends to do that. I don't just ask them. I expect my friends to do that. I would do it for them. Yeah, hey, be careful, people, what you write. I'm glad you may have caught it. I don't know what you put there. It said it was retracted. Be careful what you write, because Miss Karen there said she's going to keep reporting me, which I don't care. The video that I just did of her that I was going to just put straight to Facebook, no. I got to put it on YouTube because all of her F you, F that, blah, blah, the stuff she says about me. Because of all that, I got to put it on YouTube and mark it, adult audience only. Then I can share it on Facebook and not get dinged on Facebook for it. Now you know why I want to move things over on YouTube. I can get away, well, not away, I can get around a lot of things on YouTube. Yeah, you just got to know how to do it. There's a way, and I'll figure it out tonight, that I should be able to go to all my lives on YouTube and put them all on my, or all my lives on my Facebook that I've done and stuff, I should be able to put all of them on my YouTube. Just like today. Man, did you see a stoner's thought on Facebook? Man, that first video, I looked like I was higher than 3 coons. Jeez, I looked at that and said, how stoned were you? I have no idea where I was and when, but that was way back in 2016, I think. And I was doing a stoner's thought. You could tell I was parked somewhere, maybe the wind blowing off. You look at the video, but I think I looked fucked up in that one. Damn, John. You know, honestly, um, the first one that I actually owned, I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I owned a Monte Carlo. I owned an ambulance. Um, I made a Toyson. The engine was a Toyota and the frame was a Datsun. A little bit of welding and motor mounts and shit, and took one and made two out of one, or one out of two. I called that a Toyson. Yeah, yeah. My Monte Carlo was a 73. I love that car and the ambulance. And why I remember those two so much, those are the two vehicles in life that I kicked my ass for ever getting rid of. And this idiot talking about me and my daughter and our relationship and stuff because she don't get involved in my Facebook, which that's great. That is great. And she shouldn't be getting involved in my Facebook. That's none of Karen's business. But you could ask my daughter about the time that I dressed her up like a nurse and we went around in that ambulance trick or treat. And ain't too many parents can say that they drove their daughter around dressed up like a nurse trick or treating in an ambulance. One kid asked his parent, did he rent that to take her trick or treating? Oh, I Frankenstein. My dad taught me how to Frankenstein vehicles and stuff. Now, I grew up driving Volkswagens. My dad, he rebuilt a Volkswagen engine right in front of you. We had bugs, we had the buses, and then we had the pickups. They were kind of like a pickup truck. They're like a VW bus, but they're a flatbed also, and they have sides. And you can fold the sides down, or you can fold them up, and it makes like a pickup. And we had a couple of those. I grew up driving them and stuff. But shit, I've been driving ever since you could get a license. And back then, we got our license at 15, our learner's permit. At 16, I had a CDL, commercial driver's license. Or no, not CDL, excuse me, a chauffeur's license. That's what they were called back then. Later on, 20 years later or whatever, when they changed it over to CDL, I got a CDL, commercial driver's license. But back in the day, they called it chauffeur's license. And Murphy Brothers wanted me to drive one of their rides down the road. And off to the DMV I went, and I got my license. And the rest is history, you know. But, and you know how I learned to drive that rig? Jerry Murphy said, hey, go hop in that one right over there. Bring it over here and bag it up underneath that ride. And then you move a ride around the lot or whatnot. Yeah, you learn in winter quarters how to park a ride, how to move the ride, and drive the truck. Ain't no different than going to a truck driving school, but you're doing it on a carny lot. And you know, when they figure that you can get it from point A to point B, you just follow them to the next spot. Hell, I loved it. One year I hauled the light towers. Back in the day, they had these big giant light towers that cranked up way up in the air, but they were humongous. And they look unique. They look like giant light towers. And we pulled in, I'll never forget, I had a couple other carnies riding with me, and we pulled into the Dairy Queen. and we had to park on the side. And when the girls, these two girls in Oregon, looked and seen it, they're asking all kinds of questions. And I don't know which one of us, I couldn't say whether it was me, one of the other guys, or whatever, because I really don't remember who started it. But we all backed up the story that we were shooting a movie down the road, and those were the lights for shooting the movie and whatnot. And I'd be damned, they comped our lunch, our burgers and fries and shakes and stuff. And they told them that was that it was on them. We got a free meal out of it. Oh God. I see, that's why I like doing these. That just brought back a memory that I ain't thought of in many, 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 many years, 40 years ago. Driving the light tires. Hell, we took a couple guys that joined us, and they were pulling the ticket trailers. They just have to have a regular driver's license, and a pickup truck with a gooseneck in the back with a flatbed trailer and the ticket boxes on it. 4 ticket boxes back there. Well, anyhow, he was hauling, same thing, Murphy Brothers, and these guys was hauling the ticket box. Him and his buddy. They joined us just a couple of days before we left winter quarters out there in Tampa, Florida, and we're hauling ass up north and whatever, and we get to an area that just gotten flooded and whatnot, and we had to all pull into this truck stop and reevaluate the road the way we was going and fill up the vehicles and stuff. Well, when they filled up the pickup truck with diesel, they didn't park in line. They just kept on going and kept on going and kept on going. And police caught up with them, and it was in a ditch, about 12 miles down the road or so. But yeah, they stole the trailer and truck, tried to get away with the truck and trailer there with all the ticket boxes on the back. So when we got to where we was at to play and set up, we didn't have ticket boxes the first day or 2 days. By the time, they got them picked up and brought up and out. Yeah, it was like a day or two late, I forget. But they didn't arrive when we did, and they didn't have ticket boxes when we opened. They were, like standing there with a couple of guards and wristbands and stuff, and just standing there selling tickets and wristbands. They didn't have a ticket box. Man, the good old days. But shit, back then they didn't have bunk houses and stuff. You know what I mean? Nowadays they have bunk houses that you can actually lay down and sleep in and stuff. Back when I started, you slept in a tent under your ride or inside a box trailer if you could find one empty. And look at this and how Karen picks on me and my dogs. Now, does she look abused or anything? She bitches because she never sees me give them a bath or nothing. Isn't that something? I've got 2 trolls that want to blast me because no, I don't get a shower every day. If I get one a week, I'm doing good. They're $17 freaking dollars each. Okay? Back in the day, they went a month. Okay? Now, I will every day take a rag and towel and wash the pits and the cracks. Wipe your face. That's what you normally do. Okay? Back in the day, they go to the wash bowl and they rinse their face and whatnot, and they go for the day, and they went months at a time. Well, I got these 2 idiots, that want to say that I'm in a shit a bus and how bad I am and this, that, and the other. Now I got Karen saying I'm supposed to be taking and bathing my dogs and stuff. Oh, I'll tell you the most craziest thing I experienced. Oh yeah, and that was on the Gravitron. I don't know if you're familiar with the Gravitron. They call them starships and alien exposure and stuff now. They're all the same ride since the first one come out called the Gravitron. They're built by Wisdom. They're the only ride the operator must ride the ride. There's no other ride built ever or to this day that the operator rides the ride. And I think that's what I like was so unique about it. Anyhow, it's basically a giant turntable that spins around, and 45 walls go 1.5 feet up from the floor. Everybody thinks the floor drops. No, no, no. The walls actually go up. When the ride's at set still and whatnot, you can run over to one of them panels and go like that, and it will come 1.5 feet off the floor and slam up on the top. That's why when I tell people don't go upside down, don't go sideways, keep your head below the black tab on your board, because they like scooting up the wall to get higher and higher up. That's cool. Shouldn't do it, but that's cool unless you get your head above that black tab. That black tab is there for a reason. Anything above that black tab is going to hit a steel beam up there. Um, and yes, I had a couple of people crack their heads, and the ride gets shut down for an hour or so. People fill out accident reports, and thankfully, every time people filled out there that I told people not to do what they did, and therefore I didn't get in any trouble for it. I mean, you can only tell somebody something. You can't force them. Same with the petition. Okay, it's my fault that people didn't sign. I couldn't force them. Anyhow, getting back to it, I'd been running the ride a couple years by now. I pretty sure that I was on the Otterbacher one. I was working for Mr. Jimmy Otterbacher. Oh, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Gravitron. I mean, he took excellent care of his rides, and it was probably the oldest Gravitron, but the most pristine and beautiful Gravitron I ever ran. Had PV light system, computerized, had everything. All the sound system was all PV, inside, outside speakers, fog machine, light, strobe, you name it. It was sweet. Well, anyhow, I would do this on any Gravitron, even before and after. I had a little pie plate, dinner plate, and I put on it request $1. And I have it taped up on the doghouse. That's the big center area that the operator sits in and plays music and all that, microphone, all that is, the controls. You're sitting there in a seat, and that's your doghouse. And you can turn around, look at all your people. There's the door in front, like what you would call forward, and then 45 panels from this side of the door to that side of the door is 45 panels that go bam, 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 bam as you go slower and faster. That's why it's a music ride. So the operator don't have to hear all these bam, 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 bam. They don't all go up at once and down at once. They kind of stagger. And I will run one 3 days without music. Other than that, I'm gone. I will not get back in that ride. They're not made for that. But they are people that just want a job bad enough they don't care and they run it. Anyhow, getting back to it, I never had a problem with that, And if somebody wanted to pay $1, I'd play whatever they wanted to hear. And you got to remember, like when the song "Yeah," yeah, or "Hoop There It Is," or Usher's "Yeah." That's just 3 songs off the top of my head that I can think of that I made buku money on. Buku money. I would make as much at a spot doing requests as I would my paycheck. Yeah. Them dollars all night long added up all day and all night. Now, they was rides that people didn't pay $1, and I just played whatever was up next on the disc or whatever I had, queued up. Because you load the ride, well, your door person puts people in, you go in, you shut the door, you barely tap the button to give it a little bit of a start, you turn on the microphone and you tell the people, welcome aboard, don't go upside down, don't go sideways, keep your head below the black tab, have a good time. Then you turn on the music, and from that point, give them a little light show, turn lights off and on, strobes, whatever. And end of ride, you open the door and they all get out and you do it again. Well, I'm stepped out to smoke a cigarette in between rides, and we're busy enough that I've got a door person. So and it happened to be my wife at that. Well, no, she worked in a food wagon for Adebacher. That's right. I had a regular door person, and their job was to be able to count to 25 and collect the ticket, or 45, and they had to collect the tickets. So as long as they could collect 4 or 5 tickets each, whatever it was, and be able to stop at 45, they were qualified to be what we call my door bitch. They didn't operate the ride or nothing like that. They was just responsible for loading it and then shutting the gate so nobody could get close to it. Um, Anyhow, I step out and smoke a cigarette while they're putting the next 45 on, because that's the only time I get a break. I get to come out, take a few hits off the cigarette, snipe it out, go back, sit down, take a spin. You can't just stop the ride and go take a 5 or 10 minute smoke break. It just don't work that way. Can't smoke in the ride either, you know. So I could come out and stand on the steps and take a smoke. So just about every time I stop, you'd see me come out while they're going in and finding their spot, taking a couple hits off the cigarette. At that time, someone will say something about music, or they either see the sign or something, and say, "Hey, play this," and I'll say, "You got $1." Most of the time, they reach in their pocket, pull out $1, and I will immediately snipe out my cigarette and go cue that song up. And probably about the third person up the steps, I just got my cigarette lit and about 2 puffs off of it, and I tell them clear, let them in, because everybody's out, and I got to look at the floor and stuff. And I tell them, let them in. And about the third person coming up was a black kid. And his exact words were, "Honky, you better play some rap music. Now let the honky thing go." I did. I didn't care. I let the honky thing go. But I did say, "Brother, request our $1." And he's, "Look, yeah, man, you better play some rap music," and went on into the ride. Okay. Well, it just so happened that the ride loaded and nobody paid for a request. So I didn't have to snipe out my cigarette, run and go cue one up. I'm going to play the next one that's queued up. It was an appropriate song, too. Everybody loved it, except him. Anyhow, everybody's loaded. I put my cigarette out. I go in, I shut the door. Now, these doors, when they first come out of the factory, they got a little camera there. But they only last like the first 6 months or so, and then they're junk. And what you do is you open the door about this much. You bump the controls until the door comes open about that much. You don't want to go much more than that, because they'll fling back and tear something up and whatnot. So you got to be careful. You crack the door about this much so you can spot the stairs. And you don't do that until you've already come down out of your full speed. All the boards are on the ground and stuff. But once you bring them all down and you break a couple of times, I mean, you just got to learn to operate one. That's when you crack the door open. You're still spinning around, and you see the stairs, the deck, nothing, the deck, stairs, the deck, nothing, like that as you're slowing on down. And anyhow, I never forget. I get in there, and I have a piece of pizza that I've been eating on, and a Pepsi there in my doghouse with me, because I don't go on breaks or nothing. I do everything right there in that ride. I eat, I snack, I whatever. The only thing I don't do in that ride is step out and smoke a cigarette. If I could have smoked it in the ride, I would have. But anyhow, nobody paid. I shut the door. I give it a quick little tap to get her going and turn on the microphone. I tell everybody, keep your heads down. Don't go upside down. Don't go sideways. Blah, blah, blah. Knowing they're going to do it, but I told them not to. That's the whole key. And I hit the music button, and it was Twisted Sister, "We Ain't Gonna Take It." Great song. Everybody on the ride loved it. A long enough song, they got to go up about 3 times and back down, and everybody loved it. The flashing light, because I'm like a DJ. I'll put the strobes on, I kill lights, I make it a show. And I thought even the brother liked it until it's on the final down, and The walls all come down. I give her a couple little breaks. And about the time you give it a couple little breaks is when a person can feel that they can kind of come off the wall. Okay. There's still a little bit of back pressure, not much, but you can move around. You're not stuck like a cockroach. Okay. Like full speed or nothing. I guess that's when he reached in his pocket as soon as he can, because I hear this click, just like somebody flicked a knife open, and I automatically hit the button. Wham! He flies back against the wall. Wham! Now he looks like a cockroach stuck to the wall. And I'm not letting off on the button. And I turn on the inside mic. I'm like, brother, let go of the knife. Fuck you, honky, fuck you. I won't cut you, honky, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I reach down and I grab my Pepsi, put it on my knee, undo my left shoe, kick back in my chair, and I put my big toe in the button, holding it at full speed. And we're still spinning. Everybody's up and the walls are still spinning up there. And take a little sip off my Pepsi, look over. I let off on the button and get back on the microphone. And I said, brother, you better let go of that knife. I live on this ride. I'm here till the fair closes tonight, whether I spend one time or we keep spinning. You better let go of that knife. And then you hear this loud thud. And the knife, when he let go, went across and behind the wall where he can't get it. Unless he knows how the gravitron comes apart, he can't get behind that wall. I can in an instant, but he can't unless he knows how they come apart. Anyhow, I knew he no longer had the knife. So I'm just letting it naturally coast down. I hit the brake just a couple little shorts, and I turned the microphone on just after I cracked the door a little bit. I've got about another dozen revolutions before I'm going to actually stop on the stairs. And I turned the microphone on and I says, now, brother, when this ride comes to a stop, you better be the first person off this ride, or I'm going to hit this button, put you back on that wall, and it won't stop until every cop on the midway is here or the generator runs out of fuel. I get on my final loop and spot the stairs, and I'm trying to watch out him over here. I know he ain't got the knife, but you never know. And I'm trying to watch him and open the door and all. That door didn't get halfway open, I swear. And he looked like a golden retriever on all fours. Shooting out that door. He's just lucky I spotted the stairs. Had I not stopped on the stairs, he would have broke his neck getting off of that ride. I never seen somebody, and I mean like on hands and knees, never seen somebody move that quick in my life. He probably never ever got back on a gravitron. And I sold his knife later that night to another carny for $30. But I've seen and done a lot of shit with Carnival, but that's the best one that sticks out to me. Poor boy didn't want to pay $1 and got more than he could bargain for. Shit, I can sit there and spin all day and all night. I mean, that's what I did every day other than setting it up and setting it down. So most people can only take a couple of minutes on it. I mean, I felt sorry for the other people that was on the ride. And yes, 2 or 3 people did get sick, but not much you can do about it when you got some nut that's got a knife. You know what I mean? But it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. See, I love it when people ask questions. I mean, I know they run into long, drawn out stories and stuff, but I love it when people ask questions. And unlike what the trolls say, I mean, don't be afraid, people. If there's anything, I mean, I really don't care about a person's past, and I don't ask. Maybe I should. I would have never, ever went up and seen the Bong father had I known he beat his wife, whether he got convicted or not. He don't say, no, I didn't beat my wife. He's trying to convince people that he never got convicted of it. But there's 2 sides to each story. Am I supposed to call his ex-wife a liar that reached out to me and sent me a bunch of court papers and stuff? Which she did that a long time ago. We don't interact on social media because her sons watch her and stuff, and they're watching her and whatnot. And and for this troll to get in there and say that I belittle and whatnot, man, I'm being really respectful. I should have put his grandma in the window. I should I said to do, but I just thought better of it, you know. And we all say things, and it's a good thing that we don't do sometimes what we say we're going to do. Just like, you know what? Sometimes unanswered prayer, you might not know it at the time, but sometimes unanswered prayer is a great thing. Not all the time by far, but sometimes unanswered prayer, if you go back and look, you're like, wow, I'm glad that, you know. So these people, they talk about me and my Christianity. Hey, I'm no saint. I'm not perfect. I still catch myself telling a story and then say, oh, well, that's bullshit. And I don't want to continue, whatever, because I don't want to purposely lie or nothing. You know, I read where it's an abomination, and the maker really don't like it a lot. Um, had I lied in the past? Have I broke laws in the past and stuff? Sure. When I say I don't break the laws, I said on this journey, if you take everything it said at that particular time, when I said that I don't break laws on this journey, I don't break parking laws. I don't break uh, campers ordinances, sleeping in public ordinances. I don't bring illegal pot in or legal pot in illegal states and stuff. That's what I've said along this journey. Okay. Anything I've talked about on this social media and all, unless somebody asks, I don't talk about my back life and all that and stuff unless somebody wants to hear it. And I don't care if y'all know or not. You know what I mean? Because I ain't got nothing in my past that's that bad. I really don't. I mean, yeah, I've been arrested. I've been accused of possessing cocaine. Hey, I did possess it. I got lucky. I got lucky, and the charge was attempt to possess it. Oh, hell, I possessed a lot of it. You know what I mean? But if you look at the charge, it's going to tell you I attempted to possess it. Yeah, bullshit. I possessed it all the time. They just never caught me over. But I don't do it no more. I ain't done coke in 20 years, you know? Been offered it quite a few times, quite a few places. But no, unless you give me a dump truck full of it, I don't want to chase that dragon shit no more. I'm too damn old for that. And you know what? Long as we learn from our mistakes and correct them, that's what life's about. So as I'm on my spiritual journey and figuring out my life and correcting it, I think that's why I feel good about myself. Oh, in the video, she feels bad about my dogs because I yelled at him, Jack, get out of my way. Lilu, get out of my way. How is that abusing your dogs? I mean, seriously. It's on one of the videos here. And it was on 4th of July or something. And boy, she just put me down how I treat my dogs bad and whatnot. Because, Jack, get out of the way. What am I supposed to do? Kick them like a football? Step on their tail? Step on their leg or something because I didn't tell them to get out of the way? To me, it's stupid if you have an animal, a person, or anything that's in the way of your traveling or moving. If you don't say, especially, I don't just say, you get out of the way. I name them, whether it's Jack or Lilu. What the hell is wrong with that? I don't understand Karens. Anybody, can y'all explain a Karen to me? Because that has to be a Karen right there. Oh, I rode a lot of the rides. Um, Now there's a lot of rides I won't ride. If it goes way up in the air, I don't ride it. Now I would ride the swing set, the regular swing set. Um, Not the ones that are way up. They go way up and stuff. No, 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 no. Your regular ground mount swing set that, you're probably 10, 15 feet off the ground when you swing around. Um, Hey, and you ever notice that damn near every ride at a carnival, they do the same thing? Damn near every ride at that carnival does the same thing, even the one I ran. You know what it is? They go in circles. You look at every carnival ride made, they basically go in circles of some sort of another, or multiple circles. The funnest ride, I'm not going to tell you it's a Gravitron. I'm not going to tell you that at all. To me, that's the funnest ride to set up and operate. It takes a real skilled person to do it, both set it up and operate it. And anybody that wants to call bullshit on that, go run one. Go set one up with two people, one person running the pony motor and one person on the deck setting it up. That's exactly how I do it. Two people only. Yeah. And then run that sucker for an hour, let alone 10 and 12 hours a day. uh, but the funnest ride, the owners don't like the operators to do it because it can stretch the cable and it can actually make the cable jump the track. And then the ride's down 30 minutes while they got to put the cable back on it and stuff. And that's the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah, you get an old tilt-a-whirl, buddy, and the right operator, and he does what they call a double clutch. Man, that car, you think you're on a Gravitron. You really will. I mean, the fastest, wildest ride. Of course, people will say the zipper, okay, but I've never been on the zipper. I won't get on the zipper, the skydiver, none of them. But the fastest, wildest ride, pretty much in any carnival, is a tilt-a-whirl. And they've been around since the carnival, you know what I mean? And you want a good ride the tilt-a-whirl. If you see an older carnival, whatnot, and an older carny, and you can ask him if he knows anything about a carny ride or double clutching. Yeah, yeah. Every great once in a while, I'll go by carnival, and they'd be an old school person or whatever, or they know about the double clutching. You ask them for a carny ride. Yeah, buddy. Flour. I got to roll them small because I've only got a little bit left. I'm hoping to get some when I get over to Salina or Topeka because I'm almost out. Almost out. Better than having nothing, you know what I mean? I have that little bit of Delta 9 that the guy gave me and that, but that tastes like vegetable oil. Uh, well, anybody got any more questions, comments, or concerns there? Oh, Jack and Lilu, I got them a big old steak burger and fries tonight. It was a hamburger, but they call it a steak burger here. I think they're all happy and content. I mean, there's Lilu. Oh, Lilu. Whoa. I think they're all happy and content. You're happy and content, baby? Oh, goodness sakes. Well, I guess we can wrap it up if nobody's got anything they'd like to discuss or talk about. I'm going to try and remember to come by tomorrow and do the 12 o'clock story time. I have no idea what it'd be about. It'd come to me. I'll fire up my computer about 11 o'clock and pull up photos from it. And I'll see some old photos and say, there you go. There's a good story to tell for the day. Huh? Did you come up here and say hi? Did you come up here and say hi? That's my baby girl. You're my baby girl, huh? Yes, you are. Well, my friends, peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, we can all get a bond. If you don't follow me on Facebook, please do. I do a 7 a.m. live, and here shortly I'll bring one probably about 2 o'clock. What say y'all? I'm going to ask that on Facebook too. I'm going to keep the YouTube here at 4:20 and 8 p.m. So please join me back here. I'm going to start doing all my lives on YouTube when it comes to law enforcement and stuff. So especially tomorrow, seeing I'm supposed to have the Karen visit me, a lawyer visit me, according to Bongfather, somebody served a warrant, and who knows what else. Please join me tomorrow because we're bound to get them on camera and have a laugh. I love each and every one of you. Be kind to one another. Peace, love, and cannabis for all now. Peace out.